This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso and Samra Origins by the Weekend Coffee Collection.
Introducing Samra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Samra. Coffee that hits the right notes. It transports you. Crafted with unique notes and bold, soaring flavors. Experience a taste that moves you. Nespresso and Samra Origins.
Discover more at Nespresso.com.
And welcome to Dice Roll, the queerest Pathfinder podcast on a planet where it's the hard questions like, what are the spells that definitely exist, but no one wants to talk about them? So, for context, I'm talking about like spells that would definitely exist, but it's like for issues you don't necessarily immediately think about, like, because like when you're like, okay, I need a spell that cleans my house, that definitely exists, right? It's basically a bigger prestidigitation. I'm talking about like, I cast sexual protection, right?
I was literally thinking in my head, I cast prep, like the fucking like the anti-HIV.
We've talked about that before, I feel. Not in the context of what spells there are, but when we were like, what deity would you be? And I was like, I'm the god of gay sex and yaoi.
Oh my god.
My like boons was always being lubricated.
What you do is you grant your clerics prep.
Yeah, I grant them prep.
Prep as a spell is crazy.
Prep is a focus spell twice per day. Damn.
I'm good.
Always prepped.
But like, what other less glamorous situations would definitely be automated by magic in Golarion?
I don't know, unshit your pants.
We
can take that from that mold-ridden beast, and we can make it funnier.
Which?
I'm not saying her name, but in her stupid fucking series, she was like, yeah, wizards relieve themselves, and they just presto it away. So I did take that, give it a funny name.
Deshitification, yes, but
yeah.
I feel that someone would reverse engineer it to cast shitification.
Cast shit your pants.
Of course they fucking would. On Golarion, people definitely have the same fucking kinks as people on Earth, if not more.
Whoa,
oh my god. I didn't even think about it like that.
Why else would you cast shit your fucking pants?
To piss someone off?
Oh yeah.
I need you.
I forget that not everyone's a fucking freak on that topic.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking this would be funny and mean to do. What else? What else is there? What? Moving away from scatological.
That's insane.
I don't know, I guess there's like a... Well, no, that's already a thing. I was gonna say sleep spell, but we literally have sleep. It's pretty mundane. Honestly, we already have that in the game. You're on the right
track. You're on the right track. Shave body hair?
Yeah, I guess. That'd be pretty fucking boring.
I cast Brazilian wax.
I cast Brazilian wax is 10 times better. That is so not boring.
That's
hilarious.
It's a pretty good name.
That's something that you could also cast on someone else.
You're really pissing me off. Make a fortitude save.
You walk up to a bear that pissed you off, and you say, "You know what? Actually, you don't get to be a bear anymore." And you
It only waxes the bikini parts, by the way.
Really good. This bear, he's still fully hairy, except...
Yeah, you can definitely tell he ran to a group of adventurers if he ever like roams free afterwards.
Yeah. If is crazy. You think they're gonna kill him after that? That's cruel. I don't know what's crueler.
Yeah, I
Letting
don't know
him live
either.
or killing him.
It depends on how twisted the party is, I guess.
Sick and twisted.
I mean, definitely there's like a million do homework spells, but that's not scandalous enough.
We've been through that. Like,
Yeah.
Magic
ChatGPT
Chat
spell.
GPT.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, a lot of like mundane magic that I think about is just like, I need this in my hand right now, even though it's like 5 feet away.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of spells are going to be just automation of like mundane tasks. Like the spell instant pottery does exist.
Spell of unpack groceries.
That's really good.
I'd like that
pretty
one.
good.
I would use that.
Same.
I would love to use spell of unpack groceries.
Spell of have a little gummy snack.
Oh no, there's one. I cast shed pounds, right? Unfortunately,
okay.
definitely going to be a controversial spell, right?
Magic Ozempic, you say?
Yeah, basically.
Pretty much.
Because like I feel, because like at least the medicine works over time, the only way that shed pounds is going to physically work is if it is physically removing that from you, which feels like
No, I feel like that would be really dangerous and bad.
it's like the Doctor Who episode with those. Remember with the adipose, those little the little fucking fat goobers.
That's how people get BBLs. It just doesn't exit their body; it goes elsewhere.
Oh my god, that's so good. Transfer fat.
Oh god, I don't want to talk about it for too long. The Kingsters in Galarian have got to be wild.
That's
people,
what I'm
right?
fucking saying.
Yeah.
It's worse there.
Yeah.
Worse is
Whatever
crazy.
freaky shit that you could think of on Earth, it is like 11 times worse on Galarian. There's so much fucking freaky shit.
Inflation is not merely in the realm of deviant art.
Do that to someone.
Again,
just do that.
You're so right. That's insane.
Unfortunately, also already done by the evil turf book lady.
Unfortunately,
I'm sorry?
one of the most common spells is already a kink for people in the real world, and it's Grease.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say Grease.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I
So
feel
how
there.
should people be casting that?
I feel a lot of spells that, like, of these cursed spells that we're talking about, are just going to be ones that are, like, in some way kink adjacent.
Yeah.
Now, obviously,
There's always a way.
you know, hands in the air, you know, disgust-based morality is bad. You know, don't yuck any yums. Kinks are fine.
Like, I need you to
But
know,
also-
I don't actually care. Like, it's fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's just a little funny to make fun of things
It
sometimes.
is just a little funny to imagine I cast ABO, right?
I mean, it's possible.
I
The-
cast-
the way that
I guess turn you into an Omega is crazy.
you could turn someone. Mpreg is very real on Galarian.
Yes.
I'm just fucking raising a hand being like, alright, bitch, make a will save. Last thing I'll say, I have one last spell pitch for you guys, and you tell me if you like it. You conjure like a ball of just pure fire that you throw at someone and it explodes.
That's kind of fucked up. I can't believe you say
We
something
have
like
that.
that.
We have that.
It's called, you're right, it's called chain lightning.
Terry,
Oh my goodness.
don't piss me off.
Would we like to play some Pathfinder?
Yes.
Yes.
That was really good, actually. Okay. When we last left our adventurers in the Abomination Vaults, Ulrich, Fiore, and Silk decided to make their way back into the cave of Urugatul, knowing that The whispers within would surely grant them insight into what was going on here in the vaults. However, when they returned into the cave, they found they had a much stronger effect than imagined on Ulrich, who began to say things that he did not mean to say. Quickly, Silk had Ulrich leave the cave and sit out by the water, throwing stones into the lake. As Fiore and Silk studied, however, Ulrich attracted the attention of Belcora Hauervex, who rose from the ground and attacked him. Silk and Fiore quickly got involved, only for Belcora to nearly slay them. She left soon after, and the three of you were left shocked and rattled. You spent another night in the dungeon, refusing to explore any further after being so badly injured in your combat with Belcora. Soon after, you made your way to the south and discovered a forest of mushrooms in a giant natural cave. As you pressed around to the bottom, you found a doorway and, breaking in, encountered the residents of the place inside, drow, or at least some sort of cavern elves that have been beneath your feet this entire time. As Silk must reckon with the boogeymen he's known has existed all this time, while Ulrich and Fiore are like, God damn, okay.
Yeah.
You now must see if these subterranean elves are friends or foes.
So, with that in mind, fellas, shall we?
Yeah.
Yes.
You can hear Silk's teeth chatter in the corner right now.
His knees are knocking.
His knees are knocking.
I know
his
he's
bones are
clinging
rattling.
onto both of them right now.
He is. He's Scooby-Doo jumped into Ulrich's arms, and he's got one hand clenched onto Fiore's little cape.
Yep.
Okay. Fiore, Silk, and Ulrich. The three of you stand in a cramped little room. Sheets of webbing hang along the south wall of this room between two wooden doors. A hunting spider the size of a dog chitters as it looks at you. And you are surrounded by three elves with pale lilac skin and white hair. Two of these elves are wielding scimitars and are adorned in almost guard-like armor. One of them, however, is a beautiful woman with her hair in a long ponytail, a cloak around her shoulders, a white shirt, and dark black pants with rider's boots beneath. This lady, who wields a small crossbow on her hip, narrows her eyes as you approach. And she looks out at you, and she says, "You three are a long way from home."
Yes. We are.
I suppose my next questions should be evident, but who the hell are you? What the hell are you doing here? What do you want? Am I going to have to shoot you? And she raises that crossbow bolt, and I think points at Silk because she immediately senses your fear.
Fiore sort of puts
Ulrich?
a hand in the way of the cross. Not like in front of it, but just like where he could tell that she's aiming, and he's like, we don't want to fight.
Ulrich turns Silk away a little bit. It's like, no.
We're adventurers from the surface. There's a town nearby, technically. Like, if you went
There's a
straight
town
up.
on the surface?
Yes.
When did
We're
that pop up?
500 years ago, give or
Mhm.
take a few.
Wow, okay. That definitely wasn't there before.
And we're from there. And we were adventuring in the dungeon. And then we fell here.
You found quite the dungeon to fall into.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We're sorry for trespassing.
She looks
don't
to
kill
you,
us.
Silk, and she raised her eyebrows and says, "Okay, I have to ask, is he always just teary and
scared? Is that like a common trait with him, or have I done something to upset him? I think your hesitation makes her eyebrows furrow, and then she takes a step towards you, Silk, and leans in and says, "Oh, you're afraid because I'm a drow, aren't you?"
Yes! Please don't kill me!
Ooh, watch out, I'm gonna creep out from under your bed and eat your babies.
He starts screaming.
Oh my god.
Sweetheart.
Surface elves, you are the most superstitious bastards I've ever heard of.
It's not my fault. You're like Boogeyman.
No, we are not.
That's an insane thing to say.
What do you know about drow? And what do you think I am?
Scary.
Okay. I appreciate that. I am kind of going for that. But tell me what I do, what I am, etc., etc.
The stories that I was told as a child and the ones I told my little sibling were that you definitely eat babies and you're very evil and very scary and you
Okay.
eat elves.
Okay. So none of that's true.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Maybe I did eat a baby or two of surface elves the other Friday, but no. There's no such thing as a drow. Or if there are, then they're few in number. The whole thing about, some elves pledged their souls to demon lords and were changed for it, it's a load of crap. We, and she points at the other lilac elves, are Ayindalar.
Is that a kind of drow?
Oh my god.
Honey. No. Okay, let's send. You speak Elven, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Then let's go through it syllable by syllable, okay?
Okay.
Ayin means dweller, right?
Yes.
Dalar means.
I understand what the name
cavern.
means. It just.
We're cavern elves. The same way that there are snow elves and desert elves and. What are you? City elf?
Seer elf.
Seer elf, right. City elf, then, in other words.
Okay, well, if you'd like to put it that way. I am a city boy.
Yes, clearly. We're cavern elves. We live underground. That's what we've adapted for.
I mean, it makes sense to me.
Does it make sense to him? She nods at you, Silk.
I don't think I understand.
Okay, let's walk through it slowly.
I know, I get that you live underground. You're cavern elves. But
Mhm.
where did the other name come from then?
Superstitions.
Okay, so you're scary on purpose, but you're not evil.
I'm not scary on purpose!
You
I
said
didn't-
you were going for being scary when I called you that.
Okay, I individually am going scary because I'm trying to
This
threaten
is why
you.
I said you.
Okay, yes, okay. Well, Common is... She switches to Elven. She switches to Elven in front of them because Common is just a worse language in her opinion.
Yeah.
But then she, after explaining this concept to you more thoroughly, she switches back to Common. But she's
Now
like...
he's nodding. Now he's nodding and understanding
"Ah,
because
of course,
he
okay."
agrees.
Okay, when you put it that way.
When elves lived on Golarion millennia ago, there was Earthfall. Some took the elf gates to go back to their home land of Castrovel. Others made their way to different places, and our ancestors went underground to wait out the whole surface catastrophe out. For millennia now, we've lived here in the Darklands. We've coexisted with the titanic monsters that live down here. And we've done okay for ourselves.
Why don't you come back up? It's hardly helping your image, staying down here.
Oh, why don't you come down? The surface is terrible and stinky.
It's scary down here.
She looks at you, Ulrich, and she raises an eyebrow
This one.
yeah, basically.
Ulrich just kind of shrugs his shoulders like, what are you looking at me for?
She turns back to you and says, "We like it down here. We have a city. right beneath us.
Oh, wow.
Home is home, I guess.
Yeah. I should point out, though, that Yes, let's talk about it. So, this isn't the floor we usually live on. We're aware of the whole situation with the vaults. You don't need to explain that to us, don't worry.
Ah.
Okay.
We're from the next floor down.
Oh.
What are you doing up here?
Hunting.
Four?
And,
Food.
Oh, okay.
oh,
Oh.
okay.
What do you eat?
Well, whatever we can find. There's good mushrooms up here, but there's a few sources of protein.
Like,
Spiders.
I didn't think to eat
Best.
spiders.
Okay.
Fiore says in a really casual way.
what the
They're,
fuck?
they're surprisingly good. Their hides are quite crunchy when you fry them.
Oh, okay. Because I when I was living in like a dungeon, I really mostly ate mushrooms. And
You're a
small
fellow
rodents.
depths dweller then.
For a little bit.
How far deep were you?
Like
Were you in Sakvarat? Were you in...
no, not that deep at all. I was not
okay.
in the Darklands. I was in probably like a floor, like a basement level from the surface, or a little under that, I think.
Fascinating. Well, to let you know what the story is that the next floor down is our home, the city of Yildaris.
Like a whole city, like a big city.
Yes.
How big?
Population of a few thousand.
Oh, that's not bad.
Is Absalom still around? I must assume it is.
Oh yeah.
That's where I'm from, yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, it's no Absalom, but
Nothing is. That's a sizable city.
it's... how big is your
2,000.
town? I was unaware we had neighbors.
Well,
It's a few hundred, much smaller than yours.
Ooh, yes.
yeah, it's like only a few hundred. It's a coastal little town.
Well, my name is Iribo. I am one of the royal hunters.
Oh.
And I think she kind of like bites her lip a little bit. We may have use of you.
Do you need help with something?
If you are indeed from the surface and you're adventurers, then it is actually quite possible that the queen has been expecting you.
Really?
Yes, she has some mages who give her not accurate prophecies all the time, but divinations of things to come. And she did mention that it was possible that adventurers from a far land would be coming, and to be frank, we could use some help from adventurers right now.
Well, I'm happy to help.
We hunt on this floor because, simply put, the floor below, although it does have many, many creatures which could be hunted for food, it is a wild and dangerous place, and we are not the floor's only inhabitants.
That's fair. It's already dangerous up here.
Yes, I'd tell you far more, of course, but perhaps it would be better to hear it from the Queen's lips herself. Would you be interested in joining us on an expedition down? We're almost finished doing our hunt here for the next few weeks.
Sure.
I mean, I think so, yeah.
We can begin the descent to the next floor now if you so chose. I sense some hesitation.
Well, do you guys want to? I know that we're trying to find a way out, but
What do you mean? a
this
way
is also
out?
another city.
We're currently...
We're trapped down here.
Yeah, we're stuck.
Yeah, our way up sort of fell through, literally.
Well, I don't know of any escape routes except for that elevator, if that's what you're referring to.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That is the exact thing that we're looking for.
But it would be nice to be some. I'm pretty sure that everyone would like to see something other than the dungeon and nature right now.
Do you have shops down there?
Yes, of course. It's a city.
Any clothing stores?
Yeah.
Obviously,
No,
it's a
actually,
city.
we do all go naked. None of
Okay,
us have
that's
clothing
not what I
stores.
meant. You know what I mean.
It's a city. We
Well,
have
yes,
tailors.
it's a fucking city.
Not all cultures are super interested in fashion.
We're elves. Look at me. I'm wearing haute couture now. She points
Yes,
at her
you
fucking
look
boots.
quite good, I will say
I
that
know.
much.
You too, by the way. As a homemade.
Oh, yes.
Very impressive.
I made this all myself. And he does a little twirl.
She nods and says, "We can bring you down now if you so chose. We could. It's a little bit of a hike, but you know, if you're not getting out otherwise."
Excuse me. I have a question. I'm definitely down to go down to your city. But we do know of another possible exit out of the dungeon, and we will still come with you. It's just I haven't seen either of my moms in days. And you know, we're trying to find the exit. There are teleportation circles on every floor. Have you seen any sort of they're kind of Silk, do you have a drawing of them or anything? Or like the rune?
I do. Yes.
Silk pulls out his Astronomicon.
Let me take a look. Oh. Yes, that is familiar to me.
Really?
Yes. It is not that far from here, actually. If you
Really?
leave this place, yes. If you leave this place, I can have some of our hunters take you down. It would be across a bridge to the east of here, then to the south. If memory serves, it's marked as a dead end on our maps. We've never been able to crack the magic within. If you're looking for it, that would be the way to go from here.
Oh, I take back everything I ever thought about you. You're my savior.
Thank you. That is actually that is extremely helpful to us.
I'm so glad that surface elves are just as good at backhanded compliments as us Ayindalar.
It's baked into the both of us. No longer will that be a dead end. Give me about an hour with that thing, and I will have it working. And it will be a better elevator up to the surface.
All right. Well, and she turns to the two guards and she kind of chirps something in Elven. And the guards nod and they return a few minutes later with two of the hunters, it would appear, both of whom are also wielding these smaller crossbows. And Iribo, that is her name. I don't know if she'd have introduced herself by now. Her name is Iribo.
Mm-hmm.
And Iribo, she says, these hunters will guide you to the place, and if needs be, they can call us for assistance if you get in over your head somehow. I can't see how you would, considering it's quite a while away, but... Well, I don't know. I don't know what to expect from you, Tree, yet, so... She shrugs.
Thank you. We should I think we're okay to help first though. Or at least like talk to your queen?
It would be quite a hike from here.
How long?
I would estimate about 3 or 4 hours.
What do you guys want to do? Because I'm pretty content knowing that I'll be able to see my parents again soon.
I do believe it would be a good idea to have the teleportation circle up and running.
Yes.
We don't have to do it later if we have an emergency.
That's not a bad idea.
We can try to activate the circle first, and then go from there if we want to pop back to Atari for a little bit to make sure that everything's fine, we can. But if we think that we're okay not returning just yet, then we can go speak to the Queen.
I'd very much enjoy having that comfort that it's there and working.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay. Well, these two drow. Oh, sorry. I guess I could probably talk about the reason that in the Abomination Vaults as written, these are drow. But because drow are a D&D thing when Pathfinder Remastered, they decided to kind of do a shake-up of the lore. And instead of having evil underground elves, there are underground elves, but they're not inherently evil. In fact, the ones in Abomination Vaults kind of served as the patient zero for how the new drow would be. Because
Hell yeah.
they were nice in Abomination Vaults too.
Yeah.
Regardless, these
fun.
Ayendalar hunters, they kind of nod, and one of them says, right, follow me. And the other one says, I'll be sticking around the back. Borbo kind of peeks his head out from under your hat, Silk, and says,
Master Silk, is this really safe?
I trust her.
Is it because she is cunty?
Yes.
Where did you learn that word? Never mind, you learned it from Silk.
I learned it
Of
from Master
course.
Silk. He says it frequently.
Very much.
Yeah, he
I'm gonna
does.
have to write for Sarah.
I have to tell them that the stories that I told them as a child are not true.
You have to give your brother notice.
For the record, Facera already knows.
But Sarah gets this letter and it's like, dude,
They never believed it to begin with.
that's so fucking funny. Would you like to follow these two Ayendalar, I keep saying drow because it's undertoken. These two Ayendalar hunters out into the forest of fungus?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay. So, the Ayendalar start guiding the way. One of them is always at your back. The other one is always kind of like at your front. You know, just guiding to make sure that no scary monsters attack you on your way out. You return into the fungus forest. There are mushrooms all over the floor, growing like trees, etc., etc. It's a bit scary. As you start creeping through the mycelium madness, you see again that one part of the forest here, there are some really, really tall pieces of fungus, and they are laced with thick spider webs. And there's a few humanoid figures within the spider webs, clearly dead. These two hunters, for what it's worth, do not even mention. Like, they don't even look at it.
This is Tuesday.
Yeah. I would like you all to make me a perception check as you slowly creep. I presume you're not interested in entering into the webbed crossroads, right?
Fuck no.
No.
They've had enough.
You don't want
not
to fight the extremely obvious giant spider inside of it?
No.
They've had enough of spiders.
We are all good, actually.
Sorry.
Well, in that case, I would like you all to make me a perception check as you walk through the mushroom forest, guided by the Ayendalar. Ulrich, you are keeping a close eye on the mushrooms. You don't want to be jump scared by anything. But Silk and Fiore, the two of you notice something.
Mm-hmm.
Over here.
Yeah, I saw that before. Who's that? Who's that Contras?
There is a figure nearby who is just kind of shuffling through the undergrowth directly towards the giant spider den.
Oh god.
And they're making no sign of turning away from it.
Oh shit. So we're going towards the spiders. Or spider. Should we stop her?
I
But I don't know. She kind of looks like she knows what she's doing.
I'm supposed to. I have. Fiore, who's in. He's like, I made an oath. He's sort of like, you know, when somebody's like nervously trying not to move towards something. He's like shuffling back and forth. Like he's like, this looks dangerous. Oh my god.
She is
Wild hand
for what it's
motions.
worth, practically zombie walking towards that spider web.
Oh, that's
Fiore's
not on
like-
purpose.
Fiore's like, pull out your weapons. It's probably gonna be stupid, but I need to call out to her. She looks like she's in a daze.
Are you sure that
I'm
one of
real-
the Ayandlar says, you want to be going through that? That's very clearly a Goliath spider's nest.
I'm not going through it. I'm just trying to get her attention. She looks like she's like zombie walking towards it.
I think I'm going to need all of you to make me an initiative roll, even if you don't get into combat with the very obvious, definitely going to have a giant spider inside the kind of bottleneck she's currently walking towards.
Okay. I just know what Silk's first action is going to be.
That's going to be great. I'm really excited. Well, top of the order is going to be this shuffling hooded figure who continues just kind of stumbling into this.
Do you think I could actually roll a hero point to get higher initiative, possibly?
Yeah, if you want.
I do want. I don't want her walking into that. The same thing.
Plus 10.
Plus 10, 37.
Yeah, you definitely go first. Silk, what do? I think what happens is you're raising a hand and then you see she's already like walking directly into the spider nest and you go, and you do whatever you're doing way faster. What is it you're doing?
I cast Translocate, and I teleport right next to her. And
Okay.
I'm going to grab her and go, hey, don't be fucking stupid.
I'm going to need you to make me an athletics check, please.
I fail immediately.
Unless you're not grabbing her.
It's really like he's like grabbing her arm and like trying to. I guess it would be because he's like trying to pull her back, but
Yeah, I
most
think
of
in
what
that
he's
case-
doing is like, hey, wait, please.
I think you can give it a shot. She's not yanking back against you, but yeah.
14.
That is actually enough.
Oh, thank God.
That's incredible.
My weak little noodle arms.
She's not very high level. You grab onto her, and it is now her turn. And I think as you grab onto her, Silk, her hood comes off. And you see what's up.
You hear Silk go, ah!
Because this woman, she has pale white eyes, a sea green tint to her skin, and here's the crazy part: where her hair should be, it's a nest of slithering snakes.
I'm so fucking psyched. Oh my God. That's
Oh
She-
my
cool.
god.
This is so cool.
She is a Medusa.
Fuck yeah, actually.
I thought they called
And-
them Gorgons.
I'm
Oh
Sorry.
my God.
so fucking mad about it, that's why.
Why?
Because Gary Gygax decided that Gorgon would be better for metal bulls that petrify you with acid-smoked breath. And then when the remaster happened, instead of renaming those things to not be called Gorgons anymore, Paizo made an entire family of them and still kept these guys called Medusas. So now it's not just
Why?
metal bulls, it's also stone bats that can petrify you.
Give me
and,
the
like,
personal number of whoever made that fucking choice, and it will have been different. Things will
It-
change.
Things will change
She-
crazy.
She is a Medusa by technicality, but we know she's a Gorgon. It makes me so mad.
So
she-
stupid. That's
But
dumb.
it is very dumb. Normally, when
Yeah.
you say that's dumb about Pathfinder, I'm like, well, it's nuanced. In this case, I'm like, no.
That's
This is
fucking
dumb.
stupid.
This is dumb. But lore is lore. Unless, you know what, I'm making a stand. She is a Gorgon.
Yeah.
And those other things, I'm gonna come up
Taking
with a name
stand.
for. If I ever encounter them, I'm gonna give them another name. It's my world. This is a Gorgon. She's a snake lady that's gonna petrify you.
Okay. All right.
And she turns her head very slowly to you, Silk. And she lets her jaw drop as she looks at you, and her snakes are hissing, and a little bit of drool comes out of her mouth.
Oh.
And I think I need you to make me a fortitude save. Yeah.
Do I count as a man, or is this gender inclusive?
Don't affect gender. Fuck. Nice Greek lore pool, but no.
I was about to say, yeah.
I like how you didn't say anything about my implication that Silk is barely a man.
Oh, I mean.
33.
33 is going to be a success. You feel your blood go cold, but you do not instantly turn to stone.
Oh god.
And she says, and for the rest of her turn, she stands there.
Okay.
And I
Close
fear,
my eyes as a free action.
yeah, you can take an action to avert gaze.
Oh, okay.
But I fear that it is the spider's turn because shock and horror, there is a spider here, and I think you guys can see it, and I think you guys can see that it is the size of a bus, and it's on the ceiling, and it's not doing anything because you have not entered its web.
Oh my god.
And I think that might be just a state of things for the next minute. So I guess the encounter ends because Silk was a very clever boy, and this... No, she's a Gorgon. This Gorgon, I say with pride,
With pride is crazy.
With pride.
just is kind of sitting there.
Silk does immediately avert his gaze. He would not like to turn into a statue as gorgeous as he'd be.
As lovely as that statue would look.
Amen.
Yeah, he's like behind her with like both hands on her shoulders, like kind of turning her away from the web, and as he's like pushing her away, he's like kind of shaking her too, and he's like, "Hello? Is anyone home? Would you like to snap out of whatever stupor you're in, ma'am?"
Hmm. Oh, it's like you're a zombie.
And Silk kind of calls over to the others, and he's like, "I have her. Something's wrong."
I think if you guys want to sneak past the giant fuck-off spider, you will require an acrobatics check to get through this kind of like crossroads of webs that he's got built up, blocking off.
What about these mushies?
They're mushies, but they might have smaller spider webs within them.
Yeah, they could still connect.
Man.
Yeah, it's pretty grim. So basically, to navigate this spider web infested section of the forest, Ulrich, Fiore, and I think these two Aindalar, the hunters, they're just going to succeed immediately because they're so used to traversing this place.
Yeah, this is not
But-
this is not new for them.
For the rest
This is
of
their
you,
turf.
I need you to make acrobatics checks to just kind of sneak through.
Okay. In honor of cavern elves, I have a purple monster.
Hell yeah. Okay, you guys are able to sneak through. And you make your way in. And you are now with Silk with this basically cognito hazard of a living creature. You cannot look directly at her. Her eyes will turn you to stone.
All right, close your eyes. Don't look at her.
What?
She'll turn you to stone forever.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I've not seen Medusas down. I've not seen Gorgons down here on this floor. I don't know what she's doing here. One of the hunters grumbles.
Well, she seems quite dazed, so I don't think she knows she's down here either.
She might be a traveler.
Could be.
Looks like one.
She's got the bow to prove it.
Do you think she's cursed or something?
Well, only one way for me to find that out, if I can... Hang on. And Ulrich is going to... Where's my sheet for him? Oh my god. Cast Cleanse Affliction, just to see.
tell me about Cleanse Affliction. This affects curses, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how does Counteract work?
This is also at 4th rank as well, so it's at its highest peak.
So, hit Counteract?
30.
No, that does not actually do it.
Ah, shit.
Which I think, Ulrich, as you are trying, is you are fairly confident in this counter, right?
He's only failed once,
Yeah.
and that was on himself.
The fact that you failed this counteract to you means that whatever the source of the curse that she may be under, which I get the feeling you intuit this must be a curse.
Mm-hmm.
It means that its power is slightly more than what you have for your own counteraction. Basically, this particular curse is too high a level for you to counter with a success, because that was a success.
Whoa.
Ooh, okay.
It just is too high level.
Okay, so it's definitely a curse that she is under. However, it's too strong for me.
Whoa.
Shit.
And the counteract, I was certain that it would work. But even still, it's too strong for me.
She doesn't look particularly strong, so I wonder whose ire she's caught.
Could it have been Bilcora's?
Maybe.
You probably shouldn't say her name.
Oh, don't tell me that tracks her.
No, the other one says, well, it's just bad luck.
Oh. Sorry.
Fair, I suppose.
You two, do you think maybe somebody in your city would be able to help her?
Maybe. I mean, it's a city, but... I think one of them kind of glances down at the floor and makes a quick survival check and grimaces and says, whatever happened to her down there. The footprints leading in, and then her footprints lead out. This happened fairly recently. I want to say within the last week. And she's just kind of been stumbling around this little area here for the last while.
How horrible.
So the source of whatever's happening is down there. We haven't really gone down there. It's not big enough for the kind of things we're hunting to go. But, and he kind of takes out a map. Looks like there is an artificial chamber down that way of some sort.
I see.
Can Silk take out... A hanky wouldn't be long enough. I think Silk takes off his hat and he takes off the little wrap that's around it. He stores the little harrow cards and the herbs that he keeps on his hat. Can he blindfold her?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure she won't mind in the state she's in.
No, I think she continues drooling a little bit.
Yeah, she's got a taupe little blindfold on.
Well, you can look at her now. Should be safe. I don't think you can travel through cloth.
None of you feel your blood starting to go cold, which is the first sign of petrification.
It seems okay. It
Yeah, we're safe.
really concerns me that she's been cursed by something that is strong enough that it's a problem for Ulrich.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've only failed at clearing curses once, and it was from a very, very strong source.
Yeah.
Yes. Perhaps, with her in tow now, maybe we should go down to the city first.
Yeah, I don't think it's safe dragging her back and forth. Especially with... And Ulrich looks behind him.
Yeah.
I can bring her back to the base if you need, one of the hunters says.
Would you do that?
I would really appreciate that. I don't want this woman to get hurt because we were being irresponsible.
Okay. Mama, and the Gorgon that he is dubbing Murmur.
Good name.
Aw.
Well, she keeps saying it. Is returned to the Ayendalar base. The other Ayendalar says, well, what now? Do you want to check out whatever that was that did that to her? Or do we leave it?
I'd like to come back to it, if that's all right, but if we don't have it, then I would prefer to get that teleportation circle working.
I suppose. He cocks his mini crossbow.
Well, I'm sure even if you spend most of your time down here, you'd appreciate having a way out. Wouldn't you?
No, we have a way out. It's called going back down.
I meant up to the surface. I'm pretty sure you know what I mean.
We don't really care.
Okay.
No, not in a rude way, sir. It's just the Darklands are so expansive. We're not trapped by any means.
Oh, I don't think you are. I just mean if you were to ever need something from up there.
But I suppose, but we have entire nations in the Darklands.
Wow, that's kind of crazy.
It is crazy.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the offer, but I don't really see a need to go up, any more than I'm sure you see a need to go down and explore these countries in the Darklands.
True.
Well, I think that would be pretty cool, but I like exploring.
So for now, we ignore this, mysterious place that was being guarded by Murmur?
Yes.
Right.
Just for right now.
Well, let's sneak back around to Spider. And everyone make me another acrobatics check. Including you this time, Silk.
Fuck. My +4.
Unless you teleport again.
No, I'm not wasting a slot. 22.
That does it.
16. I have a hero point just in case.
Maybe a good idea. You rolled a tree.
Yeah.
25.
That does it.
28.
Yep, all good. All three of you are able. I think, Ulrich, you nearly step one on one and you go, but you catch yourself and you're able to return. You continue weaving past this spider-infested part of the jungle of mushrooms, and you see a bridge. While the fungal forest continues to grow high, there are also signs that this area was recently tended. Rocks outline sections of healthy growth, and the paths are clear of all but the occasional bits of mold and fungus. Bioluminescent moss provides a low, even glow throughout the area, as if though intentionally cultivated for the effect. To the east, a wide stone bridge spans a massive chasm. A gigantic iron ladder snakes down into the darkness of the chasm from the other side. Beyond the bridge and the ladder, the fungal forest becomes even more overgrown. And I think as this hunter is taking you across, he's like, yeah, this fungus here, it's very good multi-purpose, the flesh at the top, it's healthy to eat. The stem makes as a good use of wood substitute. We're happy.
That's pretty cool.
Interesting.
Fascinating.
As you cross that stone bridge, you look down, and it is a 100-foot drop.
Oh my god. Holy shit. Okay.
Yep, that's a one-way ticket to Ildaris.
What the fuck?
It is, isn't it?
How horrific.
I think he kind of squats and points and says, you see those, actually, off there in the distance?
What?
Yeah.
And he points into the fucking 100-foot drop.
Fiore holds so hard onto the ledge, or like he holds super hard onto like the railing of the bridge, and he kind of glances over.
Yeah, do you see that? Actually, those lights off in the distance over there.
Yeah.
That's Ildaris.
Whoa.
Ah, beautiful.
Ah,
That's.
oh boy.
I'm gonna faint.
Ulrich clutches onto Silk.
Does it look like a big city?
Yeah, it's like the sparkles of a big city in the distance.
Whoa, it looks much bigger than Otari.
Is that your home?
Yeah, we're a small town on the coast.
Well, it's nice to know we have neighbors, I suppose.
It's certainly nice for us too. There are other areas kind of nearby, but this is much closer than Absalom.
And I think he grins a little bit. Regardless, eventually, the hunter kind of pulls back and says, "Right, shall we, as we were?"
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And you are guided to continue. And you get to the other side of the bridge. The gardens here look a lot more tended. And the hunter kind of leans to you and says, "That would be the children of you-know-who. They still tend to this place like it's an actual garden, but, well, it's a little bit overgrown now, wouldn't you say?"
I think it's more forest than garden.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
But shall we? And I think he's gesturing to the south when all of a sudden you guys hear a shriek.
Ooh.
Fuck.
A shriek and a sound of flapping wings.
What the fuck?
Fiore pulls his scimitar out pretty immediately.
The hunter turns around, and then all of a sudden, there is a awful noise, and unfortunately, something is descending on you from the sky.
Oh.
Well.
And unfortunately, as it makes its way down, it would appear to be a draconic creature, long and snake-like,
Is that a drake?
2 powerful legs, and
Oh no, a wyvern.
bat-like wings. It's a fucking wyvern. And I do regret to let you know that as this thing is shrieking down towards you guys and cackling and shouting, "Blood for Gorum!" She is, in fact, wielding a massive fucking greatsword.
Oh god.
In her fucking feetsies, and she is swinging this greatsword towards you as she fucking screams. Everyone, roll me initiative.
And her feetsies.
Dice Will Roll will return after these messages.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Hey, it's Paris. You know I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and AutoCamp, I just slept under them. Picture me serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
We now return to Dice Will Roll.
The Four Gorum is crazy.
Blood for Gorum!
Yeah, sure, man. Alright.
Whatever makes you happy.
Oh no.
26. Oh no.
That's fine. It's fine.
You guys rolled like shit, and the 2 NPCs rolled like really good. We're gonna
Also better
start
than us.
with the wyvern with a fucking greatsword in her hand, or feet, and she swings down and says, "Glory for the war god!" And she is going to use a powerful dive. The wyvern flies up to her speed and must move forward 20 feet and descend at least 10 feet. She's doing that. If she ends the movement within melee reach of at least one enemy her size or smaller, she can make a sword strike against that enemy. So she's going to be attacking the Ayendalar. She screeches out and slashes with the greatsword, and that is going to be a 25, which is a hit. She rolled really low, but this guy is not as strong as her. So that's going to be to this fellow 28 damage.
Can I actually use Retributive Strike?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I use it. Do I target myself for that? Oh no, I target him for that, right?
Yeah, target your friend.
Okay. Fiore sees that the wyvern is diving down, and I think he kind of like reflexively pushes them out of the way a little bit, and with his free hand his sword is going to attack.
Ooh, very nice.
35.
Yeah, your sword clinks into her rusty iron-colored scales, and she lets it out. Yeah! And you do...
I did min damage. 9 damage.
Damn.
She takes it. She takes the 9. She lets out a screech. That being said, as the sword clings into the Ayendalar hunter, as a free action, she gets to try shove him over. And that is a 29 against his fortitude DC. That is a success. The drow goes, as he's knocked downwards. Where's prone? Okay. The Ayendalar drops to the floor, letting out a yell, and then the wyvern with her blood red eyes and she's got like these shiny black teeth, and her stinger at the end of her tail almost looks like that of a scorpion.
Oh.
And she lets it out. You fools! Bow before the might of Felugratz! And with her last action, she flies directly upwards. So she is now 60 feet in the air.
Oh.
Okay.
And that's her turn. It is the Ayendalar's turn. The Ayendalar goes, as he gets off his fucking ass. And with that crossbow, he kind of grimaces and takes aim. And he's going to use Hunter's Wound. He's going to try aim for a weak spot on Felugratz.
Cool.
And that's going to be... oh dear. That is a 22. That is a miss. It shoots into the air, but Felugratz dodges and lets out a cackle against him. Foolish creature! No mortal forged weapon can ever harm me, Angel of Gorham! Silk.
Interesting. Is he dead yet?
Who?
Gorham.
No, he's not.
Okay.
Gorham's... What are you talking about? Gorham's going to be alive and well forever.
Yeah, forever. This dragon's gonna... If we don't kill this dragon, she's gonna have a real bad time in a few years.
In the near future.
Yeah. Well, first action, I'm gonna shoot her.
Okay.
And that's gonna be... use Hand of the Apprentice, yeah. Fuck me. Yeah, critical miss.
That is a critical miss. Something bad's gonna happen unless you use a hero point. I'm letting you know.
I don't have one.
How many fucking hero points? Well, in that case, ooh, you get Can You Hear Me Now? Until healed, you are deafened. Silk, how does your magic backfire to do this?
It like explodes in the barrel and it literally deafens him.
Nasty stuff.
It's not like a loud sound that deafens anybody else, but it's because it's magic that the immediate area of like his hand. I don't think that he was holding it out in front of him. I think that he was like trying to aim since she's up in the air, so it was like kind of close. So when it blew up in his fucking face, he can't hear anything. No. And he makes a pained noise, and he's very upset by that.
Yeah. Well, you can't hear her fucking ranting anymore, which is nice.
That's true. That's a plus. That was like a critical success for me. I guess with my last 2 actions, I'm gonna cast something, and technically it won't really affect anyone else, but I'll still need reflex saves. I'm gonna cast Gravity Well.
Okay, you're trying to drag her downwards?
Yes.
Okay.
This won't really affect any of you if you lose the roll. You'll just like move 5 feet. Not even.
Well, you have to cast it into the air towards her. She's 60 feet up. So this won't actually drag any of you towards it.
Oh.
It'll drag her down, though. This doesn't have the auditory trait, right? Yeah, no, it doesn't. You're good. Well, let's make a save for her. That's going to be a 27. She fails. Ah! She is dragged downwards 15 feet, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now she is 45 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Ulrich, it is your turn. Silk is kind of clutching at their ear, having kind of rattled themselves. He's kind of clutching at his ear, kind of like rattled by what he has cast. And the dragon is 45 feet in the air, still gloating. She says, "My brother and I will show you the might of the War God."
Good, you have a sibling. Ulrich is going to probably start out with a rallying anthem, so
okay.
we don't get fucking hurt. Then I think he's probably gonna go for a. No, actually, Ulrich is just gonna go for a regular bow shot. He's using his bow right now. 36, nat 20.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh my god.
Jesus. Yeah. Roll that for me. Fuck.
26 damage.
Jesus. And on your critical hit deck, kidney piercing. She is sickened too. You get her right in the fucking gut, and she lets out a as you hit the fuck out of her.
God.
Jesus.
Well,
I don't have anything to. I mean, I don't have anything to bring her down, but I think next action, Ulrich is going to cast guidance on Fiore.
Okay, Fiore, you're feeling a little bit stronger.
okay. Thank you.
All right, and Ulrich, is that your turn?
That is Ulrich's turn.
Okay, Fiore. Oh, scary. She is 45 feet in the air, which is a problem for you, I assume.
Yeah, because I only have 2 actions.
2 actions?
Yeah, because I got a nat 1.
Nat 1.
Oh no, that's true. Normally you'd be able to fly up, but I guess you could still, like, spend your turn getting ready to fly, but that might suck. So what do you do?
I don't really have any other option because she's 45 feet in the air.
Well, your options are to shoot her with your gauntlet bow.
That does very little damage.
True. You could also cast Ignition.
But I don't think Fiore wants to do that right now. He hasn't casted any of the scarier spells really that much, and I think he's scared to see what they look like right now. And I haven't decided what they look like right now. I think I'll just take his wings out.
Okay. Fiore, how does this look?
Like black raven wings, I believe. Or like black angel wings.
Yeah, I think the Aindalar looks at you with like wide eyes as you grow these wings. And for the next 10 minutes, you will have a fly speed equal to your speed. So, Fiore, you grow these wings, and Ferugratz here looks down and says, You will not be able to defeat me with your own wings. I am the master of the skies. And what she's gonna do is she's gonna swing down at you, and she's going to try hit you, Fiore, with her stinger. And that is a miss. She tries to hit you with your stinger, but you kind of dodge out of the way. And she kind of grasps and says, this cannot be. And she's going to try swing at you with, no, she's going to fly back up because she's a pussy. She goes right back up. She is now, yeah, she's gone up, we'll say 40 feet into the air. And it's the Ayendalar's turn. The Ayendalar looks up at her and goes, I don't know what her thing is, but let's get this sorted. And let's see, that is going to be a hunter's wound again, attempting to fuck her up. He shoots the crossbow after reloading it, and that's another miss. And he goes, oh.
Me too, man.
Man, that's twice I've almost crit failed. And that's his turn. Silk, it's your turn.
Yay.
She's probably saying something.
What? I can't fucking hear you. I don't have ears. Let me see. Yeah, I think I will do. I want to do. Surely shooting a spell from my gun won't backfire on me again. I'm gonna cast Blazing Bolts.
Okay, go for it.
3 actions.
Okay. So for each additional action, you can,
38.
That's a crit. Okay.
Yes!
So for 3 actions, for each additional action you use when casting the spell, you can fire an additional ray at a different target. These attacks, So
Wait,
this,
it might not to be... I don't have to do this 3 action. I always forget.
Yeah.
That it's not the same.
Yeah. But you will still do crit damage to her. So go for it. This wouldn't have been a crit if it weren't for Sickened.
Yippee!
Slay.
God, I have to be so honest. I confused myself. I was trying to cast Fireball. But I'm not going to do that. I'll stick with Blazing Bolt.
Okay, hit her.
42.
42 damage. Okay, yeah, you wreck her shit with a blast of electric-looking fire. She lets out a screech. And you have 1 action left.
Bitch. I'll do a regular pistol shot. Oh wait, no, this would be at an 11, so -5 to this, so 20.
That is unfortunately a miss. Ulrich, it's your turn. Fuck this gay-ass dragon. What do you do?
Ulrich homophobe?
Couldn't be.
Could be.
Ulrich says, it's just not right.
Oh, man. Okay. Ulrich is going to go for another bow shot in hopes of refreshing Rallying Anthem.
Okay, go for it.
30.
A 30 is going to be a hit, actually.
Cool. 7 damage.
Okay, and you have Rally Anthem up.
Yep.
And you have 2 actions left. What now?
Ulrich is then going to harmonize and Courageous Anthem.
Okay, awesome. Everyone feels extra strong right now. And with that in mind, Fiore, it is your turn. You
Okay.
are feeling extra brave because of Ulrich. And also, this fuck-off dragon's in the sky. It is 40 feet up. You can fly, and you have 3 actions. What do you do?
I use Smite, and then I use. One second. I might have been wrong about the way that I do this, but I really think that it's fine. I'm just trying to find where it is.
If you're doing what I think you're doing, yes, you may.
Do I still have sudden charge?
You do have sudden charge, and it does work when you fly.
Okay, well, Fiore is gonna be a little bullet in the air.
Describe to me how this looks, Because 1 second you're on the floor, and the next second you are flying up to her. What do?
It kind of looks like he's about to jump. And it's kind of like he jumped so hard that it's not like it leaves the crater or anything. But it's like there is a cloud of dust. Like dust and dirt and debris. And he flies so hard, he flies so fast that it looks like he looks like a blur.
That's so good. Okay. You surge upwards towards this wyvern, who I think, like, we get a shot of you approaching their eye as it settles down on you and widens. Making that attack roll.
Holy shit!
Oh no!
Bruh.
And that's a crit because he's sickened and because of Ulrich's. Oh my god!
39, happy birthday, Miku!
Zoe Momo. Okay, roll me that damage.
36.
Fiore, you surge upwards, slash into her, and she lets out a wail as you hit her. And now you're up there with her. It's her turn. She looks at you, and she goes, "No!" And she falls to the floor and drops and bows her head to the floor and says, "I surrender!"
What?
Oh.
Huh.
You can do that?
Yes!
That's never happened before.
Interesting.
You shot me in the kidney! You flew up at me! I'm supposed to have the aerial advantage!
Yes, well, I have wings.
I can see that!
And Fiore lands on 2 feet. I think that if he takes out his wings for the day, they don't go fully back in, so it's like little baby wings after they go away.
I like that.
Oh, that's cute.
Did you really think that you're the only creature down here that can fly?
No, but I didn't think you two-leggers were able to fly.
Well,
You'd be surprised.
yeah.
I guess you were surprised.
Name yourselves, brave warriors.
Fiore Sunchaser?
Ulrich Revra.
Silk Witch Helm.
Michael of Yildaris.
Your name is Michael?
That's right.
Just Michael?
Of Yildaris.
Yeah, he said of
Okay,
Yildaris.
that's not the part. Okay, whatever.
Just Michael.
My friends call me Mick.
Why not Mike?
Because I don't like Mike as much as I like Mick.
Rick is pretty good.
God.
But Mick is short for Mickey.
Silence!
Oh my god. Would you
I
butt
actually
out?
knew, I actually, in real life, knew a Mick was a Michael. In elementary school, holy shit.
You know that Mickey is also short for Michael, right? Like, I need you to tell me you know
No
that.
kidding.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Well,
Hold on, 1 second. I've met Michaels before, and they've never been Mickey, but I have met Mickeys who have named Mickey.
Me.
didn't
1
you
second.
Just surrender?
I am still worthy of respect.
Of course. Don't worry, I respect you.
But actually, my particular name, Michael, comes from the Elven for cave flower. Like, if you take the Mai from that and then Kel from flower, you get Michael. So that's where it comes
That's beautiful.
from. Thank you. You know, it's a name on my mother's side of the family.
Oh, how lovely.
Farragrath, for what it's worth, is fucking sulking now by this giant fuck-off sword she's got.
Fiore's like, I
So
think
dejected.
I think we should handle the wyvern in the room.
All right.
Hello.
We'll get back to that, Mick.
Well, why did you attack us?
I require sacrifices for Gorum!
Ooh.
The god of war?
Yes! The vile and powerful Gorum!
He sure is powerful.
Vile?
He is vile! I like it! I like it when he does disgusting war crimes!
Yes, war could be quite
Oh.
vile.
My gods. Okay.
Wow, that's... Sure. Okay.
A little fucked.
We can unpack that. Never.
Sidebar. It's followers like this that caused Gorham to kill himself.
Really funny.
Anyway.
That's hilarious.
Intensely funny.
Suicide in the most ridiculous way possible. Going to Callistra, being like, hey, bro, can you just... And then she's like, 1 second, let me go tell the assassin mantis god that some lies so that he lashes out at him. Anyway.
Well, you're not gonna get any sacrifices from here.
Clearly. But what I can get is your aid.
Why
You want me to-
would we want...
Help you? With what? Finding
You
sacrifices?
just surrendered to us.
Exactly, but... Hear me out, okay?
You have 5 seconds that have nothing to do with war crimes or blood sacrifices.
Don't worry, bro. It's not even a little bit about war crimes and blood sacrifices.
Then your 5 seconds begin now.
Okay, please help me. There's an even worse dragon down below.
Oh. Okay.
That was actually impressive that you got that in 5 seconds.
Yes, thank you. I am very well aware. I can shut the fuck up when I need to.
That's a good quality. Quite admirable.
Hear my warning. I am Feruglatz. For years now, I have been the mightiest dragon on the floor below. And I think this guy nods and says, yeah, actually, that does make sense. There have been reports of a wyvern, and they've kind of gone quiet recently.
Another dragon showed up?
An ancient bog dragon by the name of Bastard Ravirex.
Oh, wow.
His name is Bastard.
Is bastard part of the...
No, that is a
that's just
title
flavor.
I have given.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It is given because Bastard Ravirex sent me from my own home.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
so sorry.
How horrid.
Truly, she snarls. I once ruled my lands. But then the dreaded Ravirex, the bastard, pushed me from my own territory. And I think Michael here turns to you and says, yeah, I don't know much about this particular wyvern, but Ravirex is bad news. She has been expanding her territory quite quickly. I'm sure that's part of the reason why Lady Quora wants to speak to you, Tree.
Well, if there's a dragon that's posing a big threat to you guys, I am absolutely willing to help, and
But
Uh-huh.
if you listen to me,
I am listening.
I have a proposal for you.
Okay.
And what's that?
While I hate working with food, I know I cannot single-handedly fight Ravirex.
Yeah, I think that you could... we're not food. Mm-mm.
I'll remind you again that you surrendered to us.
Only because I recognize your power as tools in the war, the righteous war against Bastard Ravirex.
And not because we would have killed you.
I would have escaped.
You wouldn't have.
Sure you would have.
I would have. I am far faster and smarter than you.
Okay. Well,
That's hilarious. Anyway.
I'm not
My
allowed to
brother
hurt.
says so.
Oh, that's nice.
Who's your brother?
She picks up that greatsword, swings it around in her mouth. My brother's greatsword.
Your brother's the great sword?
Your brother's the...
Oh, okay.
Is
Forged in blood.
Oh.
Oh, so stepbrother? You
came out together from the same place?
Mm-hmm.
You were forged in steel?
No. I killed my brother and used his blood and made a sword.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Why did you do that?
To get a sword.
That's really messed
Just
up.
for the.
Oh, wait, I'm deaf.
You know what?
Sorry, just the idea of Silk just making extremely educated guesses this entire time.
He's reading lips. He's reading lips.
I think what happened is, yeah, Fiore probably.
You can use lay on hands.
Yeah. He did that to start.
I think it's still
actually,
really funny.
I think that Fiore did it really subtly. Like, he was like, let's just, it looks like you can't hear. And he didn't say anything because he wanted to know how long it would take for Silk to notice.
Yeah, Silk, all of a sudden, he goes, why can I hear again?
Oh, I casted lay on hands on you.
You sneaky little boy.
He smiles.
Listen
He
to
smiles
me.
mischievously.
Listen to me.
One second, you're so cheeky, Fjord.
It's a little known fact about me.
I want the head of bastard Raverex mounted on the wall of my den.
Well,
where is your den?
She took it from me.
Oh.
Ooh.
She evicted you.
Yes.
It's nuts.
So, if you are able to help slay Raverex,
You will have first pick on whatever riches are in her hoard. And if you wish to take down Belcora, I will offer you complete loyalty in whatever journeys you may have, should I be able to help you.
Well, that's useful.
Shall you aid me on this journey?
Well, yeah. But just know, I really don't like that you killed your brother to make a sword. I'm not a fan of that.
Kind of fucked.
She shrugs and says,
Blood for the blood god!
You would believe in that, huh?
Jesus Christ.
This method of worship is long-term sustainable and won't give my god suicidal ideation.
That's a crazy thing to say out loud.
That is insane for you to say and admit about a deity.
What?
Anyway, surely nothing bad will happen, yes.
Surely nothing will come of that statement in a few years at all, anyway.
Everything's gonna be fine and the weather will be clear.
And not literally bloody.
Do you all accept my offer?
Yeah, sure.
Why not?
I suppose.
Okay. And then before you words appear. Quest accepted. Slay young dragon. There appears to be a dungeon with a dragon within. If you are able to slay the monster Raverex and bring her head to Ferugratz, you will be rewarded with the treasure within Raverex's den. All you must do is plunge into the depths and bring it back with you. And Ferugratz says,
Now, with this in mind, bring me her head, and I shall reward you.
and she fucking flaps her wings and flies away.
This is mostly to help you. Fiore turns towards Michael.
Yeah. Mick kind of turns to you guys and says, Yeah, I mean, I figured. I doubt you're just going around helping Wyverns out of good of your heart.
No, not an interest of ours.
I'm not against helping anybody, but this guy's kind of...
Raverex is a bog dragon. Acid breath, dark scales, big teeth.
you kind of don't want to mess with her. So, yeah, I mean, being frank, I don't know exactly what it is Lady Quora wants to see you tree for, but I'm going to assume that slaying the dragon has something to do with it. Regardless, it's in one of these sheds. He kind of gestures around, and indeed, a little further into the room, there are a couple of sheds. What do you do? There are 3 sheds. One to the north, one to the middle, and one to the south.
Let's go south first. Fiore's like, maybe this way?
Okay. Lead the way.
Alright, can you check if this is trapped? Some of the stuff has actually been trapped again, so.
Yeah, let me see. And it's actually my survival, isn't it?
Yes, I
think
believe
my
so.
survival. Yes.
Yeah, you're good, you tank.
Should be fine.
Okay. Fiore makes a grimace.
This simple storage shed is filled with small gnawed bones, discarded scales, and a pungent reptilian reek. It looks like this may have been the den of Ferugats.
That is not where it is. Pretty sure that's where the dragon is staying.
Right.
Let's try the next one up in the middle.
Okay. Allard checks for another trap.
Nothing inside.
Okay, no trap it seems.
It's another shed. This one looks like a storage room. It has looks like it stores wood formed from tough fungus fiber. Inside a pile of fungus wood sits inside a pile of fungus wood still sits, along with a bundle of axes and saws used to collect the fungus and cut the boards into shape. Looks like this place wasn't just a garden, it was literally just to allow building throughout the vaults this deep underground. And then there's one more shed there.
Alright. You want to take a look?
Yeah, just in case.
Yes.
Half of me was like, I don't need to check, but then I realized that's where they get you.
You must be careful. Remember that one time I blew up?
I think about that fairly often.
It is crazy that he then acted like he acted like he didn't know nobody afterwards.
Shut up. Old Silk would have done that.
Okay. Okay. Do you open the door? Doesn't seem to be any traps.
Alright, then Allard gives the okay.
Well, Fiore, you open the door, and this shed has a small hole where a lock would be, but traces of rust around the hole are all that remain. Indeed, on the floor is just a giant scorpion that is clearly dead and has like loads of axes sticking into it.
Bro.
A battle happened here.
You also see the skeleton of a single dead gnome.
Oh,
That sucks for them. But yeah, scorpion that's been stabbed to death, gnome.
There's nothing here.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anyway.
Shit.
What's going on? Mick comes back to you guys.
It's not here.
Are we certain?
I don't think so. We can double check.
Did you check? Yeah, did you check the secret doors and stuff?
Oh, Fiore looks at Ulrich. Do you want to?
Well, I could check closer. Or goes and checks using his special eyes.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Look at me with your special eyes.
You look inside, Ulrich? Nothing. In the room with the dead scorpion, at least, there's nothing.
Okay, so this is just a dead scorpion with a gnome I'm really hoping that this isn't the gnome.
I doubt it.
Okay.
Be a little
Otherwise
too
we'd have
weird.
Yeah, we'd have to tell Jubilost. Find Jubilost
Yeah.
first and then tell him.
Let's never find him. That guy's a douche.
You know what? Yeah, you know what? He can find out for himself anyway. Let me check in here.
Ooh. Oh no.
Why did I hear an oh no, Derry?
Interesting.
I don't like that, Derry.
Don't worry about it. You look around in the lumber shed and there's nothing.
Okay, nothing in
But,
the shed.
Let me actually make it quick. Oh, okay. Ulrich, you leave the shed and you do see something.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you see something on the underside of one of the mushroom trees nearby.
Whoa.
What
He
appears
does
to be
a
an
double take.
envelope. You guys mentioned him at the funniest time.
Oh.
You see one of Dr. Slumberstone's envelopes. But something feels weird
Okay.
because there's no cool little puzzle for you to solve to find it. It's just kind of stuffed haphazardly on the underside of one of the mushrooms. Versus in the past where you've had to retrace his steps, where you've had to fly across magma. This one is just there, stuffed into a mushroom.
Ulrich looks at the envelope and says, "This is a horrid time to mention his name, wasn't it?" And he inspects the mushroom to make sure it doesn't like puff out spores when he grabs it or anything like that.
No, it's a totally normal mushroom.
Okay, and he just takes the envelope and goes, "From a lovely doctor."
Okay. That's crazy.
Well, you read it and it says,
Dearest Tayletta and Charladora, I am afraid I may be in a spot of bother here. I am hastily writing this letter, but my pursuers may be closing in even as I do so. I hate to admit it, but it may have been a bit reckless of me to have come down this far without waiting for you. And never fear, though, I have come out of worse scrapes than this, I am sure. There's an old hunting lodge below, you see, and I appear to have inadvertently disturbed a group of its inhabitants. It seems we have reached an upper region of the Darklands. All structures nearby seem built intentionally around the central column. I have a reason to believe that it does indeed have a base, and that this base is not far below. One can only speculate what secrets and mysteries it may contain. A bit of advice if you descend to the lower level. While the elves can be reasoned with, the giants cannot. As usual, beware of monsters, but they are particularly fierce below. As well, a ghostly spirit of extraordinary powers prowls these caverns.
Oh, God.
You may have noticed she is rather angry about something. It seems that my time is running out. Taylette and Charladora, I love you both dearly, and I am excruciatingly proud of...
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Ulrich
dear.
closes the letter
Oh my
and
God.
says, "We should find Jubilost, possibly."
Uh-huh.
Fuck.
Oh my God, I'm gonna be sick. I let myself hope too
dead.
hard that he's alive. Oh my God. He looks genuinely so nervous. He's like... Oh my God.
Maybe. There's no like. Is there a sign of struggle in this room?
It's a big forest.
Or yeah. Okay. Well.
There's a sign of a struggle. The sign you just fought against a giant wyvern. It probably would have coated over anything else that happened here.
Damn it.
Some stuff in there that is worth noting. A hunter's lodge, and those are the people who are chasing him.
Yeah.
Hey, Mick.
Yeah, what's going on?
Would you happen to know anything about a hunter's lodge down below?
Oh, yeah, no, that would be the Caligny.
The Caligny. Oh, God.
you recall that the Caligni cult that you met was a splinter of a much larger group of Caligni.
Yeah.
Also, giants?
That I did
also-
notice that.
Yeah, also, giants.
Oh, yeah, no. Oh, yeah, that's important. Yeah, we're at war with giants.
You're at
Jesus
war.
Christ.
You're at war.
Yeah, no, they come out of the swamp and they, break down the city walls and try eating people.
Oh.
That may also be something that we would have to talk to your queen about.
It's been happening for
relevant.
some time.
Okay.
Sometime.
Okay.
How long?
A few centuries.
Whoa. Right.
Okay.
Elves live a long time.
Yes.
Yeah, about my granddad's, since my granddad's age is when it would have started.
Oh my. Okay.
Okay.
Quite a jump ago.
Is everything all right?
We've been collecting finding these letters from this, gnome explorer that has...
Oh, yeah, that fucker. Yeah, no, I remember talking about him.
You know him?
Not personally.
You've heard of him, though?
Yeah, he had, some discussion with the queen. This must have been 5 months ago.
Oh my god.
6?
God.
Because he's been missing, and we've been looking for him.
Well, I'm not gonna say your odds are looking good because,
Don't worry, we know.
Yeah.
I think the queen tried to ask him for some help, and he wasn't really the type, so he just kind of went his own way. Maybe he's fine.
Yeah, it's something that we've been
I'm sure he's fine,
concerned
lads.
about.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm gonna choose to believe that.
Ulrich thinks
Yes.
about the gnome skeleton that's inside the room.
I certainly fine.
Should we?
I think we should inspect the remains just in case.
I think I might need you to make me a perception check. Okay. Ulrich, I think you're genuinely fucking freaking the fuck out, right?
Ulrich is kind of already in doom mode, but he's inspecting anyway for this tiny sliver of optimism that's in the back of his head.
Yeah. Same for you, Fiore. You're pretty fucked up. But Silk, you notice something.
Mm-hmm.
Shattered in the corner by this skeleton is a fraction of a unholy symbol of Nimbalot.
Holy shit.
He's gonna go pick up those pieces.
It looks like it would have been a piece of jewelry worn by a size small creature.
There's no way this was him. Okay. Wow. This is Nimbalot's symbol.
Oh,
Oh, wait.
so it's
That
not.
wouldn't have been. Huh.
No, right?
I
That'd
thought
be
I-
crazy.
I thought I was gonna puke.
That'd be insane. How come we're
By the
praised?
way, I never mentioned it
Ulrich.
once, but I'm actually a fucking cultist of Nimbalot.
Just a side note.
Ulrich falls to his hands and knees and goes, "Oh, thank God."
His soul's too kind. I can tell through his handwriting.
Handwriting, by the way, was extremely messy
Like it was
in
quick.
this last one.
Yeah.
Normally, he's very, very, he writes in perfect
Yeah.
cursive,
Yeah.
It's like my fucking dad.
Now it's Doctor cursive.
Oh, like shorthand?
Yeah.
Good lord.
I will also say it was not sealed with a wax stamp like most of them.
Yeah, I don't think he had the time to do that.
No. Wait. Remains were in that. Oh, I doomed way too quickly. Holy shit. Remains were in there and it was stuffed inside a mushroom. He wouldn't. Ah, okay. He's still alive, likely. Hopefully. Holy shit.
God, I hope.
He probably just didn't have the time to finish the letter. Okay. Let's keep looking for the exit.
Mm-hmm.
Just think about Otari.
Please.
Exit. Then we
Maybe...
talk to the queen, maybe, and then try to find him. And hopefully he's fine.
Maybe it's... Because I don't think it's in one of these little sheds. I
You
mean,
didn't check
there
the one
might-
at the bottom, though. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe it's into one of the bottom guys.
but we did.
Surely.
Yeah, we did.
Oh.
That was the first
No,
one
you didn't.
we-
You found. You didn't look for a secret
Oh,
door in there, though.
Oh. Yeah, let's...
Not in this one, yeah, because Ulrich got distracted and then started dooming.
Let's go
Uh,
check.
Make me perception checks. Okay. Fiore, you find something way more interesting than a door. In the fucking bones of Ferugatz's nest, you find a blood-stained set of armbands of athleticism.
Oh! Ugh.
Let me see.
Well, it literally is Fiore's like, oh! And then he goes,
Oh, sorry. You find a pair of armbands of athleticism. Skilled owl work has imprinted images of a muscled weightlifter into these tiered leather bands, which grant you enhanced stamina when performing athletic exercises. While fastened to your upper arms, you have a +2 to your athletics. In addition, whenever you use an action to climb or swim, and you succeeded at the athletics check, you get a +5 to your distance. So basically, this makes you really good at athletics, or you can sell it for 600 gold.
Fiore is gonna put it on.
Okay, let's drop this into your sheet.
Well, actually, what
And-
happens is that Fiore picks them up, and he goes, and he goes, Silk, there's blood on these, but they're armbands of athleticism, and they'll make me better at doing athletic stuff, like climbing and swimming
Ew.
and stuff. Can you help,
He flicks his
please?
wrist and he casts prestidigitation.
Good as new.
Nasty. There you go.
Thank you. He says a prayer for whoever owned those before.
You also find a symbol of Nimbalot in the bones, so don't feel too bad.
It's a prayer for their soul.
Well,
That's
that's probably the last thing they wanted. Ulrich, however, with your heat-sensing secret door vision, you immediately walk to the back of the shed
Bunny
and
Sharingan.
yeah, basically, like you blink and then when your eyes open, they're like blood red with symbols in them.
Sasuke.
Tomoe.
Ulrich, why did you slaughter all those villagers?
God.
To measure my abilities. Anyway, sorry. Sorry, stupid. Ulrich,
So
you make your
funny.
way towards the back of the shed, teetering over all this stuff, and you press a single brick, and the secret door opens. And you know what it leads to? Ulrich, what does it lead to?
Oh,
A very short corridor with a door at the end.
You're fucking kidding me.
okay, let me see if this one is trapped.
Maybe a survival check? Probably not.
Okay, I'm gonna say it likely isn't.
Okay. Fiore goes to open it.
She really did try to drive people insane with this architecture, didn't she?
Oh my god.
So
we
walk
can
straight into
go
the room.
home for 2 seconds.
Silk walks straight into the fucking room. He gets on his knees, he opens his book, and he starts working immediately.
Oh, okay.
The round walls of this chamber are deeply carved with flowing runes. The runes are filled with silver and dust. This is another portal connecting an inactive teleportation circle. Would you like to use the awakened portal ritual?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think Fiore lets the guy know that they did find exactly what they were looking for. Thank you.
Oh, class.
This guy's Irish as fuck.
I can make him worse.
Worse.
He's speaking it with a British accent, but he keeps sprinkling in Irish slang, which means he's from Dublin, and I hate him.
Jesus.
Slay.
Do you guys know we have a slur for people from Dublin?
You what?
No.
I'm a fucking slur.
Do you want to know? If you say this to a Dubliner, they will fucking kill you.
What is it?
Okay.
West Brit.
That's crazy!
Yeah, I'd be pissed too.
Yeah.
And it's accurate. Anyway, sorry. I've got no room to talk. My hometown is in County Kildare, and Kildare is famous for just really, really, really badly wanting to be Dublin. That's its whole identity. Is like, God, I wish I was Dublin. Fuck. Anyway.
Oh no.
I like Kildare too.
Anyway, you're the only one outside of other people from Kildare. No one likes a suck up. Anyway.
Jesus.
Point is, would you like to make me a Arcana or Occultism check?
Yes. It's gonna be occultism.
Go for it.
Only Arcana or Occultism?
Yep. Oh my god!
20. Yeah, I don't fuck around.
Silk does it in a matter of moments. You walk in, you got a nat 20. You walk in, you look around, you immediately just like open up your cape and like all the candles fly into the right place. You like wave your hands around. It's very Sorcerer's Apprentice, you know, dun 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 dun. You're like moving shit around and you clap your hands together and there is a flash of light and the portal is permanently reactivated.
Oh my god.
That was easier.
Wow.
Light work.
You are getting really good at that.
I really want to fucking go home.
That's fair.
That's also plenty of motivation.
Well,
it's fixed.
What should we do from here? Should we go back just to let people know that we're alive and then come back resupplied?
We could. We could also talk to the queen first and then come back, but...
I'm okay with any option. Just knowing that I can go home now makes me feel better.
I'm really itching to check on Agonis.
I like the dungeon. I'm just... you know.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, if we go back to Atari, then we can come back literally next day and talk to the queen.
We could.
You think?
Michael!
Yeah, you can call me Mick, mate. It's alright.
Oh, right. Sorry. Mick!
Yeah?
Is it alright that we come back tomorrow?
Yeah, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, we haven't been back for a little bit, and like people know where we are, but we've been stuck down here.
Yes. Do
All right.
let them know your base
Oh, yeah,
that we have in fact fixed this. I fixed it.
I'm delighted to hear it. I'll let them know, and yeah, I mean, our expedition isn't meant to leave for another few days, so, you know, we'll happily wait until you're back before we head down.
We'll definitely
Perfect.
be here, but we'll look around for you if you're not here when we get back.
And he nods and waves, and the three of you make your way back into this place. You all hold hands. Silk, you nod, and with a flash of light, you return to Otari. You have cleared out most of this room. You've cleared out most of this floor, and now prepared to return to... Oh, that is something. You have heard the name Yldaris before.
The name sounded very familiar.
Oh my god. Fuck. It's on the tip of my tongue. Yldaris.
It was some of the stuff that Ulrich was mumbling when he stayed in the cave. One of the
Yes.
lenses is with Yldaris.
Oh.
Fuck. That's going to be interesting. You have cleared out the farm, and you are now more or less ready to make your way below to the next floor beneath. And thus ends Chapter 8 of Abomination Vaults. And we enter into Chapter 9, On the Hunt, the penultimate floor of Abomination Vaults, and the most sprawlingly large.
Hey there, Hugh from Podderation here, and if you like today's show, we think you'll love Thanks for Playing. Join Matt and Lucas every week as they explore the wide breadth of the world of video games, talking about their favourites, talking about new releases, talking about old classics, talking about everything that makes video games some of our favourite hobbies out there. If you'd like to learn more, check out our website at podderation.com.